Hi, welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be slightly different, as you may already know, because we're going to talk about cats instead of like travel, fashion, lifestyle and dating, like I usually do. I hope this video is going to be interesting for you. I'll try to make it as interesting as it possibly can be, because cats are very interesting creatures, to be fair. So what actually inspired me to make this video is the fact that most of the cat owners don't have the proper knowledge about cats. So I would like this video to be informative and educational for them. Obviously I'm not a professional, I have to stress that at the very beginning of this video. But over the years I actually gained a lot of knowledge about cats and I thought I'll share it with you. So if you're interested in cats, you're a cat owner, or if you know someone that have cats, just please share this video with this person then. So I hope this video is going to be interesting for you and you'll find out something new and interesting about cats. So as you know, I am a cat person. I have two cats, Nabu and Lucy. I love them very much and I want the best for them. Yeah, so like I said, over the years I gained a lot of knowledge about cats and I would like to share this knowledge with you. I don't even know how many times I already said that. So yeah, let's start. So let's start from some overall information. So cats, just like dogs, are domesticated animals. So that means that their place is in our houses, not on the street, not in the wild or anything else, no. So they're just like dogs, basically. They are here to accompany humans. And they actually have a lot in common. What I was finding out recently, that cats and dogs have quite a lot in common. So the first myth actually I'm going to abolish in this video is that cats and dogs can be taken away from their moms and siblings when they're 2 months old. That's not true. Okay, after they're 2 months old, they are sort of independent, so they eat normal food. About food we're going to talk later in this video as well. So they're more independent, so they eat normal food. Cats should be able to know how to use a litter tray. So people think it is the right time to take them away from mom. No. After they're 2 months old, there's still a lot of things they need to learn from their mom and their siblings. And mostly these things are about socialization with other cats. So they play with their mom and siblings. When they play, they also learn things like how hard they can bite each other, how far they can go in this play, and basically learn to socialize together. So what's the right age? So between 3 to 4 months old. The same is with the dogs. So if you're getting a kitten or a dog, you gotta wait. If you can, please wait, because it is for their own good and also your good. Because later on, if the kitten or a puppy is taken away too early, they might have many behavioral problems. So, and it might cost you quite a lot of money to find someone to help you with those problems. So it would be good if you could just wait. So if you're about to actually get a dog or cat, this breeder is telling you oh, it's 2 months old, it's enough. No, it's not enough. Please explain it to them, because apparently they don't have any knowledge as well, which is very annoying for me personally. Because if they do it for life, basically being breeders or charity organizations, they don't have the knowledge. They do it for life, let's say. They say they're passionate about the dogs or cats. No, you're not. You're just trying to make money and that's it. You're not passionate at all. When you go to any grocery store like Tesco, Asda, Lidl, Sainsbury's, you can find there, or even Pets at Home or any pet shop, you can find loads of food and you think this must be right. Oh well, it is not right. Because if you notice, most of these big brands like Purina, Whiskas, what else we've got? Pedigree. I actually making my concerns that produce our food, our like shampoos, conditioners, shower gels. They all belong to like Nestle or Unilever. So how a big concern like that can have an idea about the right food for your pet? They don't. So unfortunately, in stores like that, you can't find the right food. And what I mean by right food? So basically we have dry and wet food for cats and dogs. And dry food, I think most people feed their dogs and cats with dry food. It's more convenient, can stay in the bowl for long, it's fine after a few hours, very convenient for us, right? But unfortunately, the dry food is the worst thing you can give to your cat. First of all, the cats, just like big cats, like tigers and lions, they depend on meat. So in the dry food, there is almost no meat. Even though it says, then it's dehydrated and just not good. So basically, dry food for the cats and dogs is just like eating McDonald's or any fast food for us like every day. Imagine what it would happen to you if you would eat McDonald's every single day, few times a day. Nothing good. The same with the cats. Also, cats like in nature, they're not interested in the like water, in the like still water, like in a puddle. So they're not interested in the water that is in the bowl, because they might think there's some poison in it, or for some reason it's not good for them to drink it. So that's why cats are more interested in drinking water straight out of your tap than in a bowl. So that's another reason why you should actually feed your cat with wet food, because wet food, like the name says, it's wet, so it's moisture. Actually, that's how your cat will hydrate themselves. So that's the thing. Also, so like I said, they need meat, and in the wet food, good quality wet food, which can be found online basically only in like Zooplus. I'll leave the link to the store in the description box. So the wet food actually need to have a lot of meat, like I say 80% at least. And so that's the best what you can give to your cat, really. So there are many brands actually that make the right food for your cat. The brands are such as like Max, Animonda, Applause is not bad, and Applause you can find in Pets at Home, but this is not the right food that your cat should eat every single day. It is good for like maybe one meal a day, maybe few meals during the week, but that's it. It's not not the type of the wet food that your cat should eat every day. Yes, it has a lot of meat, but it is made of like fillets basically, not out of muscles, so that's the reason. It doesn't have enough protein basically that cats need. The brands that make right food, and you can find them on Zooplus or just online, are Wild Freedom, Feringa, Max, Cat Swine Food, Smilla and Animonda Carny. There is more, however they're not available on British Zooplus. So, but I have like a little graphic on my phone that says that that's the right brand that produces the right kind of food for my cat. So basically every month I just order food for them. And surprisingly, it doesn't cost that much, because for 2 cats for food I spend around 40-50 quid a month, so I don't think it's a lot, and I'm sure that this is the right food they should eat. How often you should feed your cat? So first of all, you shouldn't leave the food for like long hours. So feed your cat a few times a day, like 4 or 5 times, small amounts obviously. So it's just like us, really. We need few meals a day, but small portions. The same with the cats. Don't leave the food. Give your cat the right amount of food, and if the cat is not going to eat at all, just put it back in the fridge, and that's it. You can add a little bit of water to the food, but not too much, because cats can drink too much water as well, just like us. So the same thing. So just a little bit of water and like try to mix it together. That will be a good option. Cats with that eat the dry food very often might have problems with their kidneys and urinary tract. So that's another very important reason. Like some people say that the dry food is better for the teeth because it's supposed to like remove the scale. It is not true at all. It doesn't work this way. You can just give your cat some meat, like chicken's drumstick, pork chops with a lot of like fat, and like things like that, like proper steak. To your cat, and that will do the same job and will be much healthier. Ideally, actually, the cat is fed with meat, simple as that. But there's a more hassle with it because you need the right amounts, and also you need to get some supplements. So with the wet food, you already have it all just in a can, so that's just more convenient. But if you are interested in that, Google barf, and then you will find out everything about how to feed your cat with just a brown meat. So now we know how to feed the cat. Oh, another thing, no milk for your cat. No. I know that you can find some milk for cats in stores, but first of all, cats are lactose intolerant, so it's just not good for the milk. In overall, it's not good for the cats after they're 2 months old. Obviously, if you find a little kitten like a month old, yes, go for the milk. But older than that, no. Another thing that the big brands doing is that selling the food that is dedicated for kittens or seniors or cats that being nurtured. That is a bullshit. If cats stop drinking mom's milk, straight to the right wet food. Nothing else. Obviously, when the cat is older, the same. If you will stick to good quality wet food, there is no need to change anything. I know that some vets will try to sell you basically like Royal Canin food or Hills, just because those brands, so again big brands, have actually contracts with vets. And they will tell you that, oh, if your cat has problems with that or that, this food will help. No, it won't. It's dry food. It's super low quality. It's just like McDonald's. Come on. If you're ill, you're not going to eat McDonald's because you know it's not going to help you. Come on. So I don't understand why vets are doing that. I know maybe that when they at uni or yeah, they might not have enough lessons lectures about the diet for all those animals, but they should really educate themselves, so they won't sell you this bullshit. Even now, when I was Nabu had her 4 teeth removed, so first of all I've been asked what food she eats, and I told it's a wet food, so I've been told that's good, so she doesn't need to change her diet for now. But then also when I read the note, it said Hills. And I know Hills, it's not a good brand at all. And I know that sticking to the food she used to eat is still the right one for her. Just mashed and that's it. And she really has no problems with eating right now. Next thing is behavior. So most people think that cats are mean, mysterious, and basically don't understand them and don't even try to understand them. And that is kind of like very narrow-minded for me, because I heard from so many people that cats are mean, that the cat is going to attack you without any reason. No, they don't do it without any reason. Cats have obviously their boundaries, and if you're going to cross the boundary, the cat is going to attack you. Another thing is like people often play with the cats with their hands, they move them. So the cat is like trying to hunt on it and like jump on it and scratch. You shouldn't play with the cat using your hands. I will show you what you should be using. At the moment, Nabu is very obsessed with this toy. It's like a feather toy. Lucy prefers something very similar, but with a there is a string, and then to the string there is attached like a small toy, and we play using that, and that's how we don't get any scratches. People think they mean, and they not. I mean, obviously cats can have their own personalities just like we do, and I see it with Nabu and Lucy. They are completely different, and when Lucy is more cuddly, but then her boundary is touching her belly, she doesn't like it at all, and then if I touch it, I know she might bite me or scratch me. I just know it, that is her boundary and I shouldn't cross it. On the other hand, with Nabu, it's like she's not as cuddly. She's not going to sleep with me or anything. She will sleep under the bed or in the wardrobe, for example. But when she wants like some more attention and cuddles, then she will basically let me know, and then I can stroke her. But again, at some point she might meow or hiss, and I know it's enough. That she had enough. Okay, I will leave her alone. Because I just don't want to annoy her. So I don't know why people don't try to just understand or ask why cats are like that, because they not. So when I just hear someone saying that cats are mean, I'm just furious. Seriously, I'm furious. But I know with some people, there's kind of no point of educating them because they don't care. So another thing about the behavior is that they're mysterious. They're not. We know quite a lot about cats at the moment, so they're not so mysterious anymore. We're not in the Middle Ages anymore, really. But black cats don't bring bad luck, really. So yeah, another thing about their behavior is that they scratch. They will scratch furniture, so that's why people don't want cats. Yes, it might happen. If you just let your cat, that's first thing. But another thing is you gotta provide a scratching post, ideally a few, in your house. So then, when you have a kitten, because scratching is a very natural thing for cats. That's how they sharpen their claws. So that's very natural for them, like just eating basically, or like washing themselves every day. So when you have a kitten or even an older cat, get a scratching post. And if you know what I used to do, I'm not even sure if this is the right method, but it worked. So when I noticed that, for example, Nabu was scratching the furniture, I just like sort of put her paw, like grabbed her, moved her to the scratching post and put her claws on the scratching post, and that's how she learned. Obviously you can use some treats when your cat is going to scratch the right spot, and that's how you might avoid it. But now when I have, for example, this new sofa, I know that probably after a few years I will have to like replace it with a new one because it's going to be scratched. I know it because I understand that it's a normal thing for them. Another thing that people don't understand is that cats need to jump on things, like climb. That is another very natural thing. Like in the sort of natures, cats like to climb on trees, for example. So they try to do the same at home. So they will jump on your table, kitchen worktops, wardrobe, chest of drawers. They walk everywhere, and you have to let them. I know it's like you think it's not hygienic for them to walk like in the kitchen, on the kitchen's worktop, but just give it a wipe a few times a day and that's it. Just use like pet safe detergents for that, obviously. And that's it. Seriously, I have no problem with that. So I don't understand why people are so against it. It is a normal, natural thing for them to do. Like in this house, they have so many rooms to go to. They have like, it's a 3-story house, so they have plenty of space here. Obviously, some rooms are obviously closed when we don't use them. But then actually when you open them, they're like, oh, it's a new place. So kind of a good thing as well. So just you need to provide your cats with many entertainment in the house. So let your cat jump on things, provide a scratching post, play with your cat a few times a day. and then your cat's really happy. Another thing is that people say the cats are nocturnal. They're not. You can easily like change your cat to being more playful during the day and then go to sleep at night. So at the beginning, they actually, when we moved here and we started to let them roam around the house freely, they actually played at night. So I knew we have to play with them before we go to sleep, so then they will go to sleep as well. And that's what we do now, and that's what it works. So maybe give your cat some food before, about, I don't know, depends on your lifestyle, but 8, 9, maybe 10. Then play with your cat, because obviously after food they will have a lot of energy. And then play with your cat, they'll be tired and they will go to sleep. So that will be it about the behavior. Another very important thing about cats is that they must go out. They don't. I know, like, especially here in Britain, there is this thing that many cats are actually allowed to free roamly, and when you want to adopt a cat from some charity, there's this requirement that you have to live in some rural area, so because the cat must go out. No, it's such a bullshit, and now I will explain it to you why. So you wouldn't let your dog out to like roam freely, like wherever you live. So why the hell you let your cat? Cats, and then when you people see that the cat brings them like a bird, a mouse, they like, oh, it's so sweet. But now count how many times your cat brought you something within last year. Quite a lot. So actually the cats kill millions of birds. So if you really value your wildlife as much as I think you do, you shouldn't let your cat go out. Seriously, it is millions of birds and mouse and all the small animals each year. Just because we let our cats out when they should stay at home. They should be indoor cats because their place is in our homes. So another thing is that outside world is very dangerous for them. One thing, they are dangerous for, like I said, for some small animals, but another thing is that outside world is dangerous for them. You never know what might happen to your cat. It might get lost. Something might happen to it, like some bigger, like some dogs might bite your cats because owners are being also stupid. There are cars on the roads. The cat might eat something that is poisonous for them. So it's like you never know what might happen. It is very, very, very risky. And yes, you can actually change your cat, so switch it from outdoor to indoor. And that's what I did with Nabu, because my parents, when we lived at my parents', they started to let her out. And I wasn't happy about it at all, because I knew that it's a bad thing, basically. And I knew that when we move here, I'll keep her at home. And actually, I hope that the whole like stress of a new place will make her forget about the new place, and that's what worked. But I know that all of you might have the chance to actually move to the new house. So basically, when your cat is just like demanding, because she used to demand to go out, just ignore the cat. That's first thing. No, your cat shouldn't do anything mean and just like taking the like payback and pee on your things. If your cat start doing it, take to the vet and do the proper health checkup to see if everything is alright. I know that you might think you might not want a litter tray in your house, but sorry, you took a cat use litter trays. And they don't smell, trust me. If you're going to clean it up often enough, it doesn't smell. I have 2 cats and it doesn't smell at all. So if just outside world is very, very dangerous to them, and cat's place is in the house. Now I let Lucy out to the garden because I know she's not going to escape from the garden, and obviously I keep an eye on her. Just let her eat some grass and that's it. With Nabu, I know I can't do it. unless the garden is like secure for her, that she can't really escape. But I know that this fence that we have here is not a problem for her at all, and she's going to escape. But she's not interested with going out at all. No, she will sleep all day now, like eat a few times a day, play with Lucy, get her attention when she wants it, and she's perfectly happy. There is this thing that people think that the cats are independent, they prefer to be alone. Not always, obviously it will depend on the cat. And but bringing another cat to your house, it is not an easy process. You can't just bring the cat and think, oh, they will get along eventually, because they might not, and I'm not even joking. Because cats can be quite territorial. So if you want to bring a cat into your house, read about the socialization with isolation process. So basically, you just need to bring the new cat, close the cat in one room. First thing, because the cat is going to be stressed and smaller in the small room, not in the whole house, like in this one room, the cats will feel safer. But then this process takes actually quite a few weeks, even like a few months if it's done properly. But at the end of the whole process, the cats, there is a bigger chance they will actually get along. I hope this video was very informative for you and you find out a lot about cats. What is actually, like I said at the beginning of this video, it is very annoying for me that people like breeders or these animal charity organizations don't have the knowledge. Because when I was looking at some organizations, because I'm thinking of actually getting a third cat, I actually read that most of the cats must go out, which I know it's not true. But then they won't give me a cat because I don't live in a rural area. Like we have a railway tracks not far from here. Then there is the road. So I know they won't give me a cat, so I have to find other ways. So yeah, and when I see on different Facebook groups that someone is looking for a kitten and people are giving away 2 months old kittens, it's just like, no, you shouldn't. And another thing is that it's better to adopt than buy, obviously, because there's no difference in cats, but it's going to depend on you, obviously. But it's just the thing, we have so many stray cats at the moment everywhere in the world that we actually should adopt, but also if there is some stray cats, we should catch them and neuter them. So there won't be any more kittens, because that is a huge problem, obviously. So yeah, if you want, you can send this video to some charity organizations to educate them a little bit about cats. So I hope this video was helpful for you and very informative, because that was the purpose of this video, to be fair. So if you have any friends that have cats or thinking about getting cats, please share this video with them, because I would like as many people as possible to broaden their knowledge about cats, because I know that online you can actually find you can find a lot of wrong information about cats, especially about their diets. Even people working in pet shops or vets don't even know everything. So that's even more annoying, because it's their job. So yeah, if you like this video, please leave it a thumb up. Also, you can comment this video. If you have any more questions, just drop your question in the comment, or just message me here or on Instagram, and I'll be very happy to help and answer your questions. Obviously, I'm not a professional, but over the years I just gained all this knowledge about cats, and I thought I would share it with you. So yeah, and so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you very soon in the next video. Bye!